Hi everybody, it's Sloan here. I'm back with another video in my web development adventure series, and today I want to showcase a project that I finished recently. I partnered with a professional artist named Michelle Marine, and I built her website. In this website, it's a fully functional website that includes a homepage, a store with an off-canvas shopping cart, and an about page. And in this project, I used React, TypeScript, and Bootstrap. So first I'll tell you some of the key features of this project, and then we'll take a look and go through and see how it works together. So as I said, I integrated React, TypeScript, and Bootstrap together, which was a lot of fun to do in a real-world context for a professional artist. I would say this is a pretty well-organized website, and I focused on using a professional folder system that mirrors how larger organizations would organize a project of this size. So for example, there are source components, there's context, data, hooks, pages, and utilities, all laid out in an easy to understand way. Some other features. I used routing effectively, I think, throughout this project in order to include some components. For example, in this case, I had a Navbar, a shopping cart, store items. There's a home carousel that you can see go if I remove the mouse from hovering over there. It should browse through on its own. There are some about cards and a footer as well. There's a different context that I used within this. There's a shopping cart context and the inclusion also of some JSON data to include information about each of the pieces of artwork that you can see throughout this website. I included some hooks. So there's, of course, the useState hook, useContext, useLocalStorage, and also a custom hook. So I created a useShoppingCartContext as well, and that's integrated in this project. This is published on Netlify through my GitHub repo as well, and that's something I've been practicing and getting familiar with as well. Okay, so with that, let's take a look at the project. Here we are on the home page. As I browse down, you can see the footer as well. If I remove from hovering over the carousel, it does cycle through. You can see that there are three categories. There's the embroidery paintings, her portraits, and landscapes that she wanted me to include. If I go over to the store, you can see that her current collection is for sale here. Each item is done here. This is responsive as well. If I resize this, the grid layout will adjust to either 1, 2, or 3 items in this grid. If I add these items to the cart, you can see in the top right now, there's no image, but if I click it, the shopping cart will come up and you'll see that there's one item in the cart. I can add as many as I like. I go through these items. And if I were to open the cart right here, the off canvas pops out. See, each item is listed here with the ability to remove each item. And down at the bottom, if I move this over, you can see the total is calculated as well right there. Okay, if I close that off canvas and go to the About section, you see the final section right here, which includes the artist story, links to the Instagram, her work, and also her studio. So that's done in using cards in this way as well. All right, so that's kind of the overall description and layout, how it works. Of course, there's links to her Instagram, which would pop out into its own one. I don't know if it followed that, and also to email Michelle Marine. So that is her website. It's something that I may continue to tinker with and to grow. Work now if I speak with Michelle and work on her future plans. But that's it. So it was a really fun project to use both React, TypeScript, and Bootstrap all together. I think it's a project that is clear, it's maintainable code, and it's also scalable with a very responsive layout and architecture. All right, that's it for this one. Hope to see you again in the next video, and until then, keep coding.